Great. I'm so happy to be able to talk to you now and to be here. I'm really sorry about being late. 6 minutes, I can see. I had some technical problems, but I hope I will be able to run this session as usual. I really hope there are our mentors or those who haven't been with us before, wanting to find out more about Angloville and the subject I'll be discussing today. Now, I will wait a little bit longer, maybe a minute or so, before I start talking. You can see that this is a themed webinar, not the Q&A session. The Q&A session one we had last week, and as just a reminder, every other week I'm talking about certain stuff, and then every other week I talk about I just answer your questions. And lovely, I can see that now I have a little bit more viewers, and I hope you can't wait to hear more about what I want to talk to you today about. Well, let me introduce myself to those who haven't seen me before or heard me before. My name is Agnieszka Nodier, and I've been with Angloville for nearly 4 years now, maybe 3.5 and a bit. And right, I talk about, as I said, about the our programs during our live sessions. I talk about how to prepare before the programs, what you need to remember about what you bring, etc. Also answer your questions. Sometimes I also talk about new products, and today I will have a chance to talk about something very exciting and something new that we want to offer to you. Now, as an Angloville mentor, you know that we say that we want to change the world, and we change the world of our students from Poland, from Hungary, Czech Republic, and Romania, in a way of helping them to learn English with native speakers. But we also want to change your world, and it's a simple way. We help you make your travel cheaper, so you can you cover your accommodation at the programs. Also, we give you a chance to meet more people, and what's better when learning about the country than spending time with locals. Now, there's another way of how we want to help you change your world, is to let you actually become a teacher. If that's something you want to know. Many of you, honestly, many of you don't even aware or realize that they want to become teachers, they want to teach English until they join our programs. Now, you do know, and I talk about it as well, and I really believe that it's a great opportunity. We offer the TEFL scholarship. If you are maybe not sure what you want to do. Now, there is a great thing that I want to talk to you about, which is another course, another qualification, or a different opportunity to become a certified teacher. CELTA. You can see it says CELTA certificate in English language teaching to adults. Now, before you say, okay, I don't want to teach adults, I want to teach English to kids and teenagers, and I don't need to listen to you, goodbye, let me tell you that actually, once you complete the CELTA course, you can easily teach English to teenagers and kids. Now, the A stands for adults because it used to be offered, teaching English to adults, and the lessons are done in a classroom with adults, but it doesn't mean that you cannot. There is also cannot teach younger students. There is also an addition during the course where you will learn how to teach teenagers and our younger learners. Okay, CELTA, of course, it's a course or also certificate of teaching English to teach English as a foreign language. So I don't see a point of explaining different courses. So I don't see a point of explaining how the courses are run, what's the idea, what's the point, and why people want to become or need to complete kind of courses. I will concentrate on the CELTA one. Now, I just wanted to tell you that CELTA is provided through centres which are accredited by the University of Cambridge. It's most recognizable teaching qualification, and is also commonly required by all high-profile teaching jobs around the world. 3 out of 4 centres or international schools would ask you for the CELTA qualification. Now, it can be good for any teacher or any person who would like to teach English. So, if you are an experienced teacher, you can sharpen your skills. You can get some more qualification to add to your CV. If you are a new teacher, you can get new skills. Or if you are someone who is just thinking of becoming a teacher, you can simply start doing the CELTA course and become a teacher, and then start a new career. Now, why I think CELTA is a great opportunity, and this is something that you should consider if you are thinking of becoming a teacher or getting some extra qualification. So first of all, this is a professional certificate, and I told you it's provided by University of Cambridge, so you can definitely trust them that the teaching, the training is very professional. Also, you'll get a certificate, and that's very important for some of the, or many, I wouldn't say some of the, but I'd say the many employers, it's very important. So it's great to have that on your CV. Now, CELTA will also show, if not prove, that you are a dedicated teacher, and that in your career you know where you are, where you want to go, and what you would like to do, and that you have chosen CELTA on purpose, that it wasn't a random thought, or it wasn't like a thing that you say, okay, why not, I want to be a teacher, I'll try, maybe I'll be a teacher, maybe not. CELTA is a very solid education, a very solid certificate which will prove that you are a dedicated person. Now, also it's an equivalent to a foundation degree, so just below the bachelor's degree. Again, proving that you have a qualification, that you have a solid education, and then you can provide the lesson. You know how to teach, and you know the subject, because this is something that you learn with the trainers, and you are supervised by the trainers. You will be teaching, and you'll be learning how to teach English to all age groups. Great, this is a great opportunity, because then you don't have to limit yourself. If you know what you want to do, perfect, but sometimes you don't. Sometimes you want to try out a kids, and then go a group of kids, and then maybe a group of adults, and then decide which one would be best for you. Also, it does focus on developing skills in real life practice, and for me personally, that is the best part of the CELTA course, because I will be talking about that when discussing the structure of the course and the components of the course. But let me just mention that during the CELTA training, you will be not only will you be learning how to teach, but also practicing and applying the skills you gained during the course. This is a fantastic opportunity, because straight away you will know what you are doing great, what you're good at, maybe something that you need to improve, maybe something that you need to work on. an amazing opportunity where you can actually straight away check um, your the part of the teaching that you are really good at. And that's actually how I see that. Now, I have already mentioned that you can start your CELTA course regardless whether you are a teacher already, or if you are a new teacher, or if you are changing your career. Now, that's just because you will be well prepared for any teaching challenges, and you can sharpen your skills. You can broaden your expertise with some experience already. That might be even easier for you to complete the CELTA course, because you will know what how certain parts of the language of how you teach are delivered, and maybe you can add some addition like to what you already know. Uh, when you're an experienced teacher with the CELTA qualification, this will definitely open doors to the highest paying ESL teaching jobs locally or around the world, and you can travel to, let's say, Argentina, Italy, maybe, or Vietnam, if that's what you want to do. Well, I have already mentioned, includes real-time practice with actual English learners. So you'll have an authentic classroom, authentic students who will be listening to you. They will have to follow instructions, and they will have to do exercise and talk to you straight away. You can check if you're doing well at teaching English. Well, if you are a new teacher and you are looking for jobs and you haven't got any experience or years of experience, whether you are volunteering or earning money, working online or in person, or maybe you are just a tutor, and then you decide, okay, I want to be a teacher, add CELTA to your qualification. First of all, you will become more confident, definitely more confident, because you will know how to teach, and secondly, you will show your potential employer that you work on your skills, you want to improve, and you want to add things to your qualification. So I think that's a great point. If you're looking for a change of career, well, this is fantastic. And I'm not talking about people who are actually in the 30s or 40s, and maybe they burned out and they're thinking, right, I have done it for the last 20 years. I don't want to do it again. I want to move out and join and start something new. No, I am also talking to people who are actually retired. People who really enjoyed their career. They loved their work and they loved their job, and they want to do something different. I will add a little bit to that when talking about the entry requirements, but I just want to make sure that you are all aware that you can start teaching all the CELTA course at any time, honestly, any time. Now, and one thing that I want to add is that might be done in as short as 4 weeks. Okay, which then takes me nicely and smoothly to the components of the course. Well, 4 weeks. I think I said 9 weeks. No, I'm sorry about that mistake, but I meant 4 weeks. 4 weeks then is the minimum time that you need to complete the CELTA course, where you have to really concentrate on working hard. But I'm sure it will pay off in the future, your hard work. I mentioned that CELTA is provided by the Cambridge University. Very important piece of information, just because I want you to make sure that this is something that you can trust. Now, the standard course are done stationary in the centers around the world, I suppose, in many countries. Now, can you imagine nowadays when there are lockdowns, travel restrictions, social distancing, and all sorts of restrictions, we can't even travel freely just for leisure, let alone wanting to learn something new or get extra qualification. So, Cambridge University, as an organizer of the all the courses, decided to implement the temporary changes they have been made to the courses since June 2000 and April 2020, and that means that the courses can be done online now. The lesson can be delivered online. You can learn how to teach English online. Also, in the afternoon, you will have your sessions done online. So you'll be teaching English online, and that will be your teaching English in practice in real life environment. This is a fantastic opportunity, especially now when no one is sure. I mean, that's wishful thinking. March 2021, and that's what I want, and that's what I want to believe. From March 2021, everything will be easier and better, and we will be able to travel as well. But you never know. We don't know if that will happen or not. So. I always talk about the backup plan, and having the course, completing that course within 4 weeks at home, without having to move anywhere, having to live in a foreign country. I think it's a fantastic opportunity right now, and I think it's great if we think like forward, thinking, okay. I am where I am right now, but in March we can travel and we can start living normal-ish life. Maybe I will be able to go to Italy and start working in an international school in Italy as a teacher. So how about completing the CELTA course right now and doing it and start working and earning money in March? If not, you can as well teach English online. A lot of schools will have lessons online. Now, let me just then focus on the online course, because that's what we want you to be aware of, that we offer the online course. It's a 120-hour course, and it's a structured course, carefully designed. Now, let me just give you a very short, honestly, I promise, very short digression. I've always wanted to learn Spanish, and I'll get to the point. I always wanted to learn Spanish, and I don't know how many courses I have started. I don't think I've completed one fully, and I don't think I remember anything from what I've learned. Now, I even bought a one in January this year, and it's a singing course. So you have songs, you listen to the songs, beautiful, and I really like that course. You listen to the songs and you learn the lyrics and phrases, and you repeat them, repeat, and this is how it stays in your brain. Now, my question, rhetorical question actually, is: do you think I have completed that one? No. Why? Because I have no will power, and I didn't make myself sit every day for an hour or half an hour to practice. And I think that a lot of us are the same. We need someone above who will tell us, okay, sit down, do your lesson, prepare this, prepare that, work on that material right now. Or we know there's a deadline and we have to complete that before. And that's what happens with the course I am talking about. All the lessons are delivered online, but it's not that you have to log into the platform. They will be done in real life. So they start, let's say, at 9 a.m. and you have to be present in front of the computer with your Zoom on at 9 a.m. because this is when the lesson starts. And then in the morning you will be learning about you'll have sessions with the trainers, and they will be teaching you how to actually teach. So you will be learning how to work on a lesson plan, how to assess the needs, how to see that certain people have, or nationalities I should say, have certain differences and difficulties when learning the language. Like Polish people, we haven't got articles. That's something very difficult to understand, let alone use when you use the language. And so that's what you concentrate in the morning. Also, there is 1 hour, 1 hour lunch break, and after lunch break, there you'll have sessions during which you will be delivering the lessons, and you will be teaching lessons online. That also, of course, needs some preparation. So you will need to prepare your lessons in advance. You will need to work on a presentation, and you'll have to be prepared for all sorts of situations. Now, why I am mentioning it, simply because when you walk into a classroom and you start teaching English in a classroom, there is a completely different connection between you and the students. You can stand next to each other, you can talk to each other, you can change. If you see that something doesn't work, you can easily change that. You don't need that much preparation. Of course, you need to have a lesson plan, you need to know what and how you will deliver. But you don't need a presentation because you can change everything in real life. Now, if you have an online lesson, you have to be prepared, because maybe someone doesn't understand and you'll have to quickly explain that using the materials that you have, but using materials which are easy to use on Zoom. And I believe that if you master your teaching online, it will be easy for you to teach in a classroom. Now, if you worry, and I guess for some who haven't done any, for some who hasn't done any teaching before, or maybe just little teaching, you might think, okay, I don't know if I know how to do it actually. So do not worry. There is a special session called Feedback and Guidance, designed that's in the morning. Or mid-morning slots, designed specially to talk about the lessons. So during that session, you will be talking about the lesson which you delivered the day before. That's the feedback, and guidance on the lesson which you will be delivering the next day. Just be aware or remember that there is no chat about what's happening actually on the certain day. So if we are talking today about the lesson, we are not talking about today's lesson, but tomorrow's lesson. Okay, and you will get the feedback from both the teacher and the trainees, so your colleagues who are also learning how to teach. I think these are quite valuable because they may see, or just like taking a step back and looking at what can be improved. And the aim of that session, feedback and guidance, isn't to tell you, okay, you're rubbish at what you are doing. Is to help you improve, simply improve, because the reason why you are actually learning how to teach is because you want to get better at what you're doing. And I believe that any constructive feedback is really really good and needed. Right. Okay. Now you also have. So I'm talking about the teaching lessons, the lessons in the afternoon. You'll have 6 hours of practicing teaching in real life, which means you have 8 sessions of 45-minute classes, like in normal classroom. So 45 minutes, 10-minute break, 45 minutes, and you have 2 weeks to prepare before or for that lesson. So you don't have to worry that we will tell you, okay, tomorrow you have a lesson on that subject, make sure you're ready. No, we will give you 2 weeks and you will definitely have enough time. And there are also resources. If you join us, sign up to the CELTA course, there is access to Twinkle, the resources which you can use for when you prepare for your lessons. Also, I said that you will get 6 hours direct observation of lessons taught by experienced ELT teachers. That's very important because you'll be working with people who actually know how to teach, because they have done it for a very long time, sometimes for over 20 years. And they've been teaching English, also they've been teaching how to teach. So I think that's a very good thing. And another very important piece of information, and it's on the slide, you need to allow 80 additional learning hours for pre-course preparation. It doesn't mean that you have to study before the course. During the course, you'll have to work on assignment writing, lesson preparation. I told you have to prepare the lessons. There's a lot of work involved, not just being in a classroom, but outside of the classroom. That's why it's very important that you are aware that you'll have to dedicate those 4 weeks towards the CELTA course fully. And if you think that no, actually, I know I'll be fine. I'll just join the class in the morning, and then I will know how to do it in the afternoon. Many of our trainees would say, I wasn't aware, actually. Oh gosh, I didn't think that was so intense. So I have never worked as hard as in these 4 weeks. And I'm not, that's the true words that we heard. So we just want to make sure that you are also aware of that 80 additional learning hours pre-course. There's a question, is there an exam on completion of the course? No, there is no exam. You will be assessed on lessons and class handling. You are a teacher, that's the most important part. So we do want to know if you write well, but we want to see if you can teach well. And the only way to check if you teach well is to actually watch you and see how it goes. And if you can show your ideas to the students and they understand you clearly. Also, you'll have 4 assignments, written assignments, about 750 to 1,000 words. And they focus on very practical aspects. So grammar and language. Very easy for the non-English native speakers, because like myself, we had to learn grammar at school, so we know all terms and tenses. Also, how you deal with the student. Can you actually see that the certain, as I said at the beginning, person has problems with aspects of the language, so like Polish people articles, how would you help that person? What kind of activities could you work on or maybe use when you would like to teach people articles? Also teaching language skills, that's what I said. We want you to make sure that you can actually teach English. So knowing the language, yes, of course, if you are not English native speaker, that's a very important thing as well, because there is a certain level of English you need to have. But can you actually teach? Can you actually explain to the students the rules? That's something what we look at. And there is, just to add, the maximum ratio of candidates to tutors is 1 tutor for every 6 candidates, and it's usually 2 tutors on each course. I have mentioned the thing, but let me just tell you this again. Everything is done on Zoom, 100% done on Zoom, and that course doesn't expire, which means that you don't have to complete it again. So I told you at the beginning that you can complete the course within 4 weeks. This is the shortest time, 4 weeks. But you can also do it in a little bit longer time, and it can be done in 14 to 17 weeks, which means that we offer both full-time and part-time courses. With the full-time courses, you can see that I just want to add that information straight away. We are all these courses are done in the UK time. In the morning and during the day for the full-time courses, in the afternoon for the part-time courses. Now we are working on the courses which will be available as well for our candidates from the States and other parts of the world in different time zones. So this will be soon available, and you will definitely hear from us about that in our newsletters. Now, full-time courses, so I'll go straight to the point. Full-time courses and part-time courses. Very shortly, because you have it on the slide. 4-week course and 5-week course. With the 4-week course, you will be working 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, from 9 a.m. till 5:15 p.m. And this is when the actual timetable I explained earlier will work well, because you will have the sessions in the morning with the teachers, with the trainers, then an hour lunch break, and then you have sessions, 45 minutes classes with the students teaching English to people from different countries, and that's international, because you'll be teaching English not just to those of your, if I'm talking to non-English native speakers, to those of your tongue language, but like people from India or people from Italy, let's say, in one classroom. This is how I actually was learning English in England when I attended the course as a student, of course. Okay, and it's very interesting, let me add, because there is no translation. The teacher, of course, my teacher was British, so he couldn't speak all of these languages, but he had to explain everything in English. That way I learned quicker, of course, but I can understand that it's difficult for him to explain all the rules and make sure that actually the students understand, and that is why you need, I'm not afraid of using that word, you actually need to enter the course to learn how to do it. So there's a 4-week course. With a 5-week course, the difference is that you have a Wednesday off, and the Wednesday off you can use for the preparation. It's still very intensive, like the 4-week course, maybe a little bit less tiring, because you won't have to work in the afternoons or evenings on your lesson plans and assignments, because you can dedicate Wednesday for that course. And part-time courses, there we are. Okay, with the part-time courses, it's a 14 and 17-week course, and the difference is so you'll be 1 day a week of studying with the trainers, and then 1 week of 1 day in a week delivering lessons. With the 14-week course, that's Wednesdays and Saturdays, with Saturdays when you teach English, and 17-week course, that's Tuesdays and Thursdays are when you actually have lessons, when you teach English. And the 17-week course is longer, just because on Thursdays evening you don't have enough as much time on Saturday. On Saturdays the lessons are longer, and you have more time to give lessons. So hence the length of the courses is shorter. Okay, I can see that it's been almost half an hour, so let me quickly go to the entry requirements when it comes to the CELTA. Age, education level, L level of English. Age is 18, the minimum is 18 and over, but it just means that there is no limit, and that's what I am really excited about, because when I was preparing for that webinar, I didn't want just to learn about the CELTA and the course that we organize and provide. I wanted to know why actually people sign up to CELTA. What are the reasons? And I came across a very interesting article about people who are retired, who were very happy with their career, and they retired and they don't want to just travel. They want to do something valuable, something meaningful, something with purpose, and a lot of them decide to become teachers, like someone who was a lawyer all his life. Now, with the vocabulary he has, the aspects of law he knows, isn't it easier for him to teach English to those who want to have a specific language, lessons in like learning the law, English in law? I think this is just a fantastic opportunity. Then you can travel and teach English abroad. So if you wanted to travel all your adulthood, and because you were so busy with your work and you couldn't do it, this is a great opportunity. And I think it just makes me feel great to think that we don't limit that to a certain age group, or being a native speaker or non-native speaker. If you, and I'm talking about the level of English right now, if your level of English is C1, you can join us. You can sign up to the course and you can start teaching, learning and then teaching English. And if you love English, well, I can tell you, and maybe you know that already, English is my favorite language. So I'm really happy that I can interact a foreign language. Apart from Polish is not the foreign language, but English is my favorite foreign language, and I'm really happy I can interact, so-called, with you here every Friday, and I can talk to you and answer your questions, and I can use that language. So there are no limits, and if you are not the English native speaker, you can join us and you can learn how to teach English. And with the education level, so just the standard level, which is required to entry to a higher education. Now there is no need, let me show you, there's no need to present any proof that you actually have a C1 level of English, because there will be a screening, a very short interview, during which the interviewer will just want to make sure that you will be able to pass that course. And that if you are signing up for the CELTA, that you know what you are doing. The questions like why you would like to become a CELTA teacher, how you are going to use it, also if you are keen to learn, if you are aware of what the CELTA course is, and if you are able, and that's very important, to explain ideas concisely to learners. Okay, now, so fingers crossed, and I really hope that's true, you already know that you want to teach English and you want to become a CELTA certified. So what's next? Of course, you can teach English, and you can teach English anywhere in the world. You can travel all over the world, work in international schools. You can take the Delta course, and this is like one step up above. Also, if you want to get an expertise in a specialist area, this is something for you. Become a teacher trainer and share your knowledge and passion for the language, or open a language school and become your own boss and just do it your way, and work with people who share your ideas, and people who want to do exactly the same thing, and people that you understand each other without having to share any words. Okay, and if you still are not sure, let me just summarize the questions, the things I have already discussed during that webinar. If you are not a native speaker, yes, of course, you can teach English, and you can complete the CELTA, and you can be a teacher. Can you sign up to CELTA course if you are already a teacher? Yes. You will get extra experience, and you will learn more about how to teach English. Is there an exam? There is no exam. Afterwards, there will be 4 assignments, as I said, on completion, or during the whole course, actually. And you can teach English in any country in the world. And just to summarize why I actually am talking about CELTA now. I told you that we all want the virus to just leave us alone. We want to live a normal life soon. But we can now actually use the situation and complete the CELTA course online, because it's due to the situation and the virus pandemic. University of Cambridge has decided to offer and organize that training online. It will be available until June 2021. So it's a long time and not a long time. We don't know, and no one knows if from June 2021 the online courses will be still available. Remember, you will save money on accommodation and food, because you won't have to travel to the country where the CELTA course or CELTA centers are held or placed, and you won't have to pay anything for that. You'll be doing it from your home. So apart from maybe if you are in a full-time employment, maybe taking time off or leaving your job because you want to change your career, then I think this is the only thing that you will have to change. All the classes are done online on Zoom, also with the speed of 4 weeks. If this is something that you would like to do very quickly, or if you have full-time employment, 17 weeks or 14 weeks. Although we really encourage you guys to complete it in 4 weeks, and then you can start using the certificate for yourself. Now, and it does not expire. That's very important to remember. And the last thing is prestigious qualification issued by the University of Cambridge, which means that let me read out so I don't make any mistake. All centres are inspected by Cambridge University and subject to an annual approval process. Cambridge University validates the qualifications and experience of every CELTA trainer, and every course is visited by an external assessor from Cambridge University. So I really, really hope this is appealing, and that you will be able to make your decision very quickly. You can see on the slide there is my name, but there is also an email address which you can use to contact us if you'd like to find out more. info@angloville.com. 3 phone numbers if you are from different time zones are available as well, and the websites where you can get more information about the CELTA course. Now, that would be it from me when it comes to the CELTA course, but I would like to know if you guys have any questions for me in regards to the CELTA course and what we do. If you haven't got any questions right now, that's not a problem at all, because I'm sure that we will share this video and that webinar with our mentors and those who replied to our email about the CELTA and this great opportunity that we have to offer. And then you will be able to ask us questions later on. I really hope that's not me, that's not the technical issues which I experienced at the very beginning of this webinar, for which I am really sorry and I apologize. No, okay, no questions, so that's fine. Well, thank you very much then for being here with me. I will not be here next Friday. Yes, no. I'll be back in January. So we might either have a Q&A session, or we can have a webinar with a theme. Let us know in the comments, or just message us on Facebook what you would like to hear about the Angloville programs, or anything that's related to. Oh, I do have a question. Will this information will this information be available on the web? Yes, I'm sure the website already works. I checked it this morning and it was available. But if you are interested getting more information, or maybe you would like to get this qualification with us, you can email us on info@angloville.com. And I'm sure that one of my colleagues will be able to get back to you. Also, we do have a newsletter. If you haven't received one, if you are in database and you have completed a program recently or in the last year, then probably you should receive this email. But if you are not, and if you haven't, check your spam folder. And if you are not, then share an email address with us. You can do it privately, sending us a message on Facebook, and we will get back to you with more information. And I believe it's always best to have a over the phone conversation, so there is an interaction. You can ask questions, and we can answer them straight away. Okay, done. I hope I answered your question. Lovely. Right. Okay, so I don't think I will make it any longer, and let me just say goodbye. And since I'm not going to see you before Christmas, I wish you Merry Christmas and a beautiful holiday to those who don't celebrate Christmas. I hope you will enjoy winter and the special time of the year when we are all together and cozy and there is so much love in the world. Okay, that's okay then. Thanks a lot, and I will see you again in New Year. Thanks. Bye bye, guys.